Hello, hello, hello everyone. How's it going? How's it going? It's been long. It's been long. Welcome back to yet another stream. It's been quite some time that I did a live stream because I was traveling. In between, I did a live stream, but from laptop, it's very difficult, specifically with the small 13-inch laptop. And yeah, so I didn't stream more than once. Yeah, anyways, welcome back. Welcome back to everyone. Welcome back to the stream, everyone. I'm sorry. I hope you had a good week last week. And how's your Monday starting off? Put down in the chat. How's Monday treating you? How was your office or college or whatever you do? How was it on a Monday after a long weekend? Well, not a long weekend, but yeah, a long weekend for me. Yes, so we are back at it again, and today, so I plan to stream at 5:30 or 6 o'clock today, but then after office, I kind of got busy with some personal work, and then I slept. I just dozed off. I was lying down and watching a video on YouTube, and I just dozed off right then and there. So yeah, sorry for being late because I thought I'm gonna start a little bit early so that I can stream for a long time, but I'll try to do this for some time. Yeah. So what are we working on today? Today we will keep exploring the HTTP protocol. We already kind of know the HTTP protocol, right? So last time we messed around a little bit with the HTTP protocol. We used curl to actually get the request in and work with it. So today, what the plan is that I'm gonna actually complete that web challenge that I was working on HTTP. So the HTTP server, and we're gonna build an HTTP server from scratch, which is gonna be a very simple HTTP server. How it's gonna work is that it's gonna basically just simply it's gonna work something like Python server. What you have, the Python server module, HTTP module that you have. It's gonna work something like that. Of course, with the HTTP server module, you can integrate and then you can code. We are not gonna do that yet. Maybe we do that in the future streams to try and explore more. But the goal of today, the scope of today, is that create the HTTP server and make it as how the Python HTTP server works, right? So this is what the plan is for today. Okay. Sounds good. Sounds good. Mhm. Okay. So let's just quickly post a notification to if people are interested to join. So I'm just gonna quickly do that. Okay. Cool. Okay, so let's get started. And let's get started, right? And so we have Golang HTTP server, which we're not gonna delete right away. Instead, what I'm gonna do here is that I'm just gonna say, um, so what is the name of the project that we can give? What is the name of the project that we can give? Well, so some of the things that we have to take care here is that this is kind of what we want to do, right? This is kind of what we want to do. CGI. What is CGI for? Run a CGI server. This is something probably we don't want to do right now. Then you bind to a particular address, and then you have a directory. So this directory, okay, and then you have a protocol. So these two things we might not be doing. And one of the things we want to work with is coding challenges. HTTP server. I think it's called web server. Yeah. So we already kind of achieved this part last week, where if you curl, it gives you back this. Binding to port 80 will be difficult because I think below 1000 something your Linux doesn't actually let you bind. But yeah. Step 2 was that your first HTML when the request, so this is okay. In this step, you need to handle multiple clients at the same time. After all, in real life, you don't want a web server that can only handle one client. It's not going to scale, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. We can do that. We can do that. But here's the thing: do you really need a asynchronous server on your local? CGI. Okay. Okay. So one thing I want to do here is like this, okay, and by the way, I'm still on 13. I don't want to upgrade it right now because it might stop working, and Go version is 1 to 5. Okay. So let's actually go. You know what? I can just say view page source. Okay. So if I'm not wrong, there's something called Go template. That is not it. Go template inbuilt. Okay, there's HTML template. Okay. So we're gonna keep things simple. Sorry, we're gonna keep things simple. We're gonna try to mock exactly what this guy would be doing, right? So if I go for help, it is gonna be bind address, then it's gonna be this. So I think -b is important for us right now, because if I say that is not how you're supposed to do, I suppose. Oh, okay. Yeah, makes sense. Okay. And we also need this kind of thing. It still says a local loop back. Okay. So these are for our reference, right? Okay. I think we have enough information right now, and let's get started, and then ChatGPT can help us if we have to go through some of the things, right? So, the $1,000,000 question: what should we call our HTTP server? What should we call our HTTP server? Let's call it HTTP G. I know D is Apache, so let's call it G. I mean, yeah, well. Hmm. Hmm. works. Okay, so this works. Okay, the next thing that we want to do is we want to quickly open up the portal, right? Start it. So here is a thing, right? So let's create something called internal HTTP. So let's just keep it like this. Okay. Okay. Can you shut up with your completions? No, it's already not. Okay. So this is the ID itself. Okay. So you have server structure. Okay. So here you have the address, which is string. You have port, which is an int. Sorry. And then you also have I believe there is something buffer. Okay, so you have a writer. Okay. What else? I think for now this is enough. Okay. Okay. So function as server, listen and serve, and this can return an error. Right. So I kind of forgot. So you have net. You have to generate. You have to create a list. So here, so address can be FMT. Yes, this is correct. Mm-hmm. Sorry. So now, but here slog needs to be implemented in a way. Listening on address. So let's see how this goes right till now. Hmm. So let's see JSON handler. Has something called a common handler, which has a JSON. Okay. Options, preformatted attributes, prefix, blah blah blah, and a writer, an I writer. Okay. For now, we kind of want to ignore this, I would say. Saying bad. I guess I have to do it like this. Yeah. Okay. But here's the thing, if I don't give anything, probably want to do this. This can also be default server return. It's as simple as. It's all simple. Okay. Okay. I should be having a formatter, I feel, right? Do I have to? Mm-hmm. Yes. Hmm. Next thing, what you want to do is handle connections. It's simply it. Because right now it opens up and then it dies. Oh well, don't write like that. This here. So the request line is usually this, not that. This. So should have a method which is string. We should have it one string version. It's another string. You also need headers. Request line is this actually. Something like that. Yeah. And then you can also have the data which is a byte. Yeah. I feel this is what a request should be. Just give me 2 minutes. I'll just be quickly back.
I'm active. Shawty wanna know what's happening. Baby, no cap, I'm captain. Honey, no rings on me, ain't bagging. Diesel, feeling I'm massive. I kill it like Shaq, I'm shacking. Bad little bitch, she savage. Hit it on top all night, I'm damaged. Bomb, 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 yeah, bomb, 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 bomb. Feeling I'm massive. Feeling like bomb, 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 bomb.
I just wait a while, wait a while, wait a while. I just wait a while, wait a while, wait a while. I just wanna wait a while, wait a while, wait a while. I just wanna wait a while, wait a while, wait a while. I just wanna.
I'm running on diesel, baby, I'm active. Shawty wanna know what's happening. Baby, no cap, I'm captain. Honey, no rings on me, ain't bagging. Diesel, feeling I'm massive. I kill it like Shaq, I'm shacking. Bad little bitch, she savage. Hit it on top all night, I'm damaged. Bomb, 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 yeah, bomb, 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 feeling I'm massive. Feeling like bomb, 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 bomb. Dip, slide, when I wanna dive. Hit it to the rhythm all day and night. Blazing the vibe, ain't no wasting the time. Gotta shoot my shot till I get what I like. Shawty really wanna fuck and I'm on one. Little homie looking bad, never got none. When the pop song, girl go pop off. When we count them beats, who can't go down?
I just I just wait a while, wait a while, wait a while. I just wait a while, wait a while, wait a while. I
Okay, we are back. Where is the code that we were working on? Okay, so this is basically the request that we have, right? So the request is a method, a URL, a version, headers, and data. Okay. Do we want this to be a request line? Not quite sure. Okay. So, so this is what we are trying to do in here. Okay, so you just have to say accept connection, right? And here, the problem here is that we don't have the listener. We don't have the listener, right? So one of the things, does the server need to have the listener? I don't think so. Okay, so we're gonna do this. We're gonna ignore this stuff. Listener serve should be enough to start off the. Okay. So ln accept, and this gives you a connection or an error. If error is not nil, fail to accept connection, error is this. I'm sorry. We can simply say continue. We don't do much about it, right? And then go handle connection. Okay. So it doesn't need to return nil because you're going around forever loop. So in handle connection, so here is one thing. One of the things I do not think that we need here is multiple clients. Do we need multiple clients in here? We do need multiple clients in here because there can be multiple tabs. Okay. So in handle connection, the first thing to do is definitely connection close, ignore the error here. Then I would like to read from the connection. Yeah. So function parse request. So something like this. I believe something like this. Connection read. So this is where you would need buffers. But what we can do is have the reader, which is the IO reader, and have the writer, which is an IO writer. All right. I forgot how to make these readers and writers. Let's actually see. It is an interface. It is read into bytes or things like that. Multi-reader, T-reader, limit reader. Okay. So reader is an interface that wraps a basic read method. The read leads up to length of bytes into it. Okay. It returns a number of bytes read and any of the errors occurred. Even if read returns less, it may use all of P as a scratch space during the call. If some data is available but not length of P, read convention returns what is available. Okay. Caller should always process the 0 bytes return. before considering the error. Doing so correctly handles IO errors that happen after reading some bytes, and also both of allow blah 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 blah. Okay. So I think this doesn't need to have a read write, right? What I feel like is okay, so for now let's make this thing where so 1 KB should be enough for everyone, I feel. Sorry, 1 KB should be enough for everyone, I feel. And then what you can do here is that you can say connection read buff, and if error is not nil, if error is I this thing, we can simply say connection close, right? And we can return from here. Okay. Mm. This should have the buffer, and let's also say size. What is the name? HTTP. Of course, you have to do it this way. Okay. So this is where you need to start parsing things. This can also return an error, I believe. So and you can have a cursor with a pointer. How do you do it? Equals, right? I don't quite remember how to do enums here. That's awesome. Okay, we can do this very simple. So here, method can simply be listen. I don't want to do that. So what I can do is, can I just inline go back. Ah,
Conmigo no juegues, no soy un juguete que usa cuando quiere. A eso no le doy, 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 no le doy,
So this is where you need to return an error. Also, this is wrong. Okay. The next thing that you do need is, so if I remember correctly, after get, you have the path. Can you not do that? Apparently not. Okay. For another you go ahead. So let's call it URL. What's this? And in here we don't want to yeah, we don't want to do much here. After that, this is wrong because what is registered /d? How do you do that? Like this? Okay. Hmm. So in here, this is the HTTP version string. Okay. So usually it's the last two characters, right? We can split and all that, but I think it's always the last two characters: 0.9, 1.1.0, 1.1. Substring. Can I just do that? Apparently I can, which means so one of the things with HTTP version is that it's always gonna be HTTP slash something. What about S? So for HTTP request line, it is get slash HTTP1 slash r slash m. What happens if protocol is HTTPS? Okay, cool. So it has to be this. Something like that. What is the length? 8 characters. So in here it's 8. And then this is sorry. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah. If version not equal to, we can keep entire thing, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Hmm. Hmm.
Every time I try to fit in, it ends up in misery, yeah. Socializing doesn't fit me, but I can get away so easy. I was born a misfit, don't go with the cool kids, it's all overrated. No, I never missed it. I was born a misfit, don't go with the cool kids, it's all overrated. I just didn't meet it. I'm a la 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 loner. La 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 loner. La 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 loner. I'm an outlaw in this world.
So I kind of forgot how I did that. Maybe we can see a little bit here. CMD server. Okay, apparently we don't have that. I have to do the same thing in here also. Hmm. Why did we do that? Not sure why I did that. Aha! Makes sense. Because you would have a field, you would have a value slash r slash n, field and a value slash r slash n, and a slash r slash n. So we can actually look at this 4 bytes. We can actually look at this 4 bytes. Makes sense. Okay. If cursor plus 4 is less than n. We move the entire pointer below and then we start taking these things. Okay, that kind of makes sense. Hmm. 0 8. So if it's D and so you have the headers in here, okay? Then what we have to do is we have to go from start. When will cursor end? My bad. Simply say when will cursor end? Cursor would end somewhere here. Because this is registered nurse, yeah, so it would end somewhere here if it's a valid thing. We can simply go up till cursor. That's all we have to do. So this is I. For I less than cursor. Okay, so now we have to parse the key. So you say plus plus. But this has to be lowercase. So strings to lower because it's case insensitive. Sorry. Okay. Well, usually it sends in a more titleized manner where title is every after dash. I'm not going to go into that right now. Okay, I'm not going to go into that right now. So after that, what do we do? So we got a key in here, strings to lower, you get this thing. And then, by the way, is the stream live? Oh, okay. Stream is still live. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So you have the key in here. Cool. Cool. So in this part, so now you go to registered nurse. Also, this is my bad. Okay. Now we gotta pass the body. Now this is one of the things we have to do. Because I was here, so I say one. Sorry, I was here. Say 1, 2, 3, 4. It should be the start of the body. Should be the start of the body. This is not something that we are supposed to do. So let's do it in this. Headers of content length. str convert dot not from itoa. No, atoy. So you get this. So one of the things you have to do here is if value and is present. Okay. If is present. If it's not present, V can be simply equal to A. Ah, I get it. So this is the length. str conf a toy. Oh fuck. I'm just gonna ignore this one. Sorry. What you're crying about? Let's not say this. My bad. Do I log something in my errors? I don't. Now in here, fmp f printf request is this thing. Okay, so let's actually see if we actually made this piece of shit work. Okay, so in here, aha, because I'm in out of place. Mm-hmm. Okay. We got something. Oh, we got something. And till the time we actually respond back, it's not a empty response. Yeah, so it's not a empty response to send me back data. Sorry. What we can do here, I see there's a lot of registered nodes that we are taking into account, which I don't know if it's a good idea. Okay, but first thing first, okay, let's do it in this way. Where's request? Mm-hmm. What are the things we don't do?
Stop. Stop.
Okay. Sorry. Now. Mm-hmm. Now we have to return back the response.
Stop.
Ela por ser gentil, meigo e boca profissional. Mas que camada legal.
You can do like that. Cannot. Okay.
Mas que mamada legal.
Okay, meanwhile it does it, I'll just be back. Okay, I'm gonna take a quick 5 minutes break. Yeah, gonna refill my water. I'm getting a call, so I'm gonna go make a call. So I'll just be back in 5 minutes. Cool. Thank you.
together, better late than never, steady motion. Can't control my fate, but I control all these emotions. I'm not broken, I'm not broken. Already cried my tears enough for an ocean. I've been in the cold rain on my parade. I'm still on my feet, stand tall like a mountain. I am undefeated, made for the game. Oh, 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 oh. I'm still on my feet, stand tall like a mountain. I am undefeated, made for the game. Oh, 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 oh. Thirst, come drop that.
Okay. Okay, so we're back with this problem. One of the things I want to try here is so you need to take in a list which does this. So it's 0 for I in L. But we have to go in the other way. Let's do it like this. So X in N new rate of L. Why do we need to do that? Hmm. So if it's 0, return 0. 1, comma 0, comma 1 is 5. Oh, I did the other way. My bad. So having these bits enabled is not enough. It's not enough. I feel like what we can do here is this. Just take the remainder of this. Yeah. Aha. So we only take the last one. Okay. It's pretty cool. Cool. Okay. Let's do stacks. Let's practice some algorithms, right? So let's close this project. Keep this one. Okay, so this is done. So you have a min stack. Design a class stack that supports the push, pop, top, and get min operations. Initialize the stack. Push removes the sync and min in O of one time. Okay, so this is something which. So we haven't done min stack. Private. I think I need to zoom in a little bit. Okay. Private record pair. So int value, int main value is gonna be the things that we store. Okay, it's gonna be the things that we store in here, right? So now, private final doesn't have any capacity. Capacity, it doesn't have something called capacity. Yeah, operations. Oh my god, very very tired. Yeah, it doesn't have a capacity, so I'm just gonna say it's a deck of pair and a stack. I don't want to initialize it here. This stack is the same. So if stack is empty, correct. We can return from here. Otherwise, we can simply say mat min the value and get min. Okay. Stack. What happens when it's empty? Removes the element. Okay. If stack is empty, throw new runtime exception. That's fine. So we can copy paste this thing in here. So this is peak, but here you have to say value. Okay, and I'll return this, of course. Okay, and in here you say main value. That should be it. That should be it. So min value is a little bit easier. Max stack is a little bit. How do you run it? Okay, right here. Cool. Okay. What are you analyzing complexity of? Okay. But you don't say for which you're doing it, so I don't know how relevant that is. Okay. Evaluate reverse Polish notation. Do I put notes in here? I don't, so I'm just gonna ignore it. We are given an array of string tokens that represent a valid arithmetic expression in reverse Polish notation. We return the integer that represents the evaluation of this expression. The operands may be integers. Okay. Division always between integers always truncates to a 0. So it's basically an division. Okay. Okay. So it's reverse Polish notation, which means that you take -4, but then there is again this thing. So you take 2 of these, but then there is a plus again. So it's 1 plus 2. Sorry, it's 1 plus 2. Then you do multiplied by 3. Then you do -4. Yeah. And it's just 1,000 tokens, not that much. So reverse Polish notation can also be done with stack, and this is how I usually solve it. So we can look at this. So you can have 2 stacks. One of the stacks is operands. One of the stack is operations or operators. So you have one, which is not a plus, which is not an operator. So you push it into the stack. You have another, so you push it on the stack. Then you have an operator. Then you have an operator. You kind of don't need this, do you? Because you can simply say, do the operation. So it's 1 plus 2. So you remove everything. हाँ? बुला रहे हो क्या? बोलो ना. अच्छा. Okay. So it's 3. And then you skip over. So then it's again a 3. Then it's a multiplication. So if it's a multiplication, you again do this. So it becomes 9. then it's a 4. The only thing here that we have to be careful about is what if can it be negative? So it's a string token, so it can be negative because character would have been a single character, but a string can have 2 characters, so it can be a negative one. Okay. The only thing that we have to be careful about, can you have something like yeah, I don't suppose you can have that. Where is the, even if we have that, it should be already falling into our use case where we can simply return back. Yeah. So let's do that. Evaluate RPN. Check. Do we want integers? Yeah, let's do integers because we have to do this thing. Yeah. Okay. So we can also have a set. So set of these things. That's cool. If this is this, if stack dot size is less than 2, throw invalid expression. Right. Otherwise, so if you look at this, the right value is this, right? So our value should be equal to stack pop, not main value. Left value should be equal to this thing, right? Okay. Then you can simply have an eval here, private int eval, int l value, int not l value. This is kind of like not the right thing. It's not an expression, right? RHS, LHS. RHS, a string operation. So what you can do is you can just say OP. Okay. Oh, yeah. So here, what you can do is case this thing, and you can say this. And if it's multiplication, you say multiplication. And here, if you say divide, you simply divide. And it's saying it's an issue because it's an expression now, not a statement anymore. And of course, you need a default where you can say invalid op. Okay, but here's the thing. So token values can be up to the the length can be up to 1,000, but it doesn't quite say what is the valuation here. So this thing can overflow. Even these things can overflow. So we don't take consideration of that. This can overflow. Since no constraints are given, it's a DSA problem. We can consider it one. This does not work in production. Yeah. So you say eval, and then you say LHS, RHS, and the operation. Well, that is a token. And stack push is this. One of the things we have to do in here is If RH is 0, maybe we can say arithmetic. We can just say that for now. What the fuck is happening, dude? Like, I cannot type. Okay. And here you have to say this thing. Okay. Else stack push integer dot value off, which also can fail, but if it automatically short circuit and throw an exception. And that should be it. Does it? Yeah, it goes to parse it. So if I do a submit, it should submit. Cool. Look at that. I did wrong answers before, but I also solved it now. Daily temperatures. Okay. You're given an array of integer temperatures where temperature I represents the daily temperature on the ith day. Return an array result where result of I is the number of days after the ith day before a warmer temperature appears in the future day. What? Return an array result where that the result of I is the number of days after today before a warmer temperature appears on a future day. If there is no day in the future where a warmer temperature appears, set to 0. Okay, so 30 so this is a single day after that, because 38 is this. So after 38, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 4. Okay, but for 40 it will be 0. Okay, so this is basically the number of elements greater than. That's all. That's all. One thing I do have to consider here is that so let's just do that. That hopefully compiles. Okay, so where's the input? So what I do want to do here is that this is 29. So does it count 1 or 2? Like, I think it has to count 2 because something warmer is always greater. But let's see. You never know what these things expect from you. 3. I mean, yeah, that's correct because 2 plus 1. Okay. Cool. So we can use a stack and it should be a very simple thing. Well, one of the things I hate about this is that you already kind of know that, oh, you have to use a stack to solve it. I think your mind just get distracted saying, oh, am I solving it with that? Not having tags is, I feel, the best thing. But okay. Yeah. Okay, cool. So you have 30. What you can do is you can put in the stack 30 and the index 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 0. So you have something less, so you put on the stack. You have something less, so you put on the stack. Well, not really. Not really. So 30 is greater than 29. So you omit this. Okay. And what you do is 2 minus 1. So current index minus whatever your index was is the number of days. So this is still 0. You don't do anything to it. So this becomes 1. This is still okay. You push it in. Then 36 comes, so you can pop this out. So it is 3 minus 2 is 1. So this becomes 1. Then it also, this is this. So 3 minus 0 is 3. So you can say it's 3. Yeah. So it's basically the next greater element. That's all. With a little bit twist. With a little bit twist. I hope that's clear. Or not fairly, daily temperatures. Okay. So of course we cannot do tuples, so we need this thing here. Temperature index. Okay. Not high. Okay. So so while stack is not empty, and temperature is, oh well, it actually did the correct thing, but this reads better, right? So we have to say stack pop. Pair is this thing, so you need a result, which also means this is one of the polishing things that you can do, and the maximum number of elements that you can have is length. So I think you can just simply allocate n backing array spaces, right? So here what you can do is result of p dot index should be equal to I minus p dot. Do I have to do +1? I don't think I have to do +1. Yeah, 3 minus 0 is 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I don't have to do +1 because you don't consider the first element. Yup, cool. Stack push this thing, and that is your answer. Okay. Let's run. That works. Cool. What about binary search? Do we have any interesting problem which I didn't solve? Yeah, median of two sorted arrays I didn't solve, I know, with using binary search. And this is one of the hardest problems I feel. And till date, I have not only solved it, I have not even seen how to solve it. So yeah, okay. So we only solved 3 problems. We should be solving more. There are n cars traveling to the same destination on a highway. You're given 2 arrays, position and speed. Position is the position of the ith car, and speed is the speed. The destination is at target miles. Okay. A car cannot pass another car ahead of it. Okay. It can only catch up to another car and then drive at the same speed. Okay. A car fleet is a non-empty set of cars driving at the same position and same speed. A single car. Okay. If a car catches up before the destination, then the car is considered to be a part of the fleet. Return the number of different car fleets that will arise. Okay. So you have one position at 4, 1 and 4, and they're traveling at speed of 3 and 2. You have target of 10. Sorry. Okay. So if I just say this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 in here. So you have one of the cars here who's traveling at a speed of 3. And then there's a position for 4 who's traveling at a speed of 2. Okay. So at what time will this guy reach? You have 6 remaining. Divided by 2 is 3. 3. So let's say like 3 units of time. It will reach here. You're at 1, so 9 by 3 is also 3. Which means that at some point, these two guys would meet and the destination at the same speed, because even if this guy could catch up, it cannot overtake this guy. So I want to try this guy once. So that is why you have 1. Okay. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So someone who is at 4 is traveling at a speed of 2. So when will this guy reach? So 4, 1, 0, 7, 2, 2, 1, 7. Sorry, 1. And you have to reach this. So it will need more 3 hours. This will need more 4.5 hours. This is at 0. It will need 10 hours. And this here would be needing 3 hours. I think the first thing we should be doing here is sorting it by the position, because if you don't sort it by the position, whoever is at the closest to the end target decides how fast the others can go. What do you think? Yeah, okay, so let's do that. So one of the things we can do is we can copy this entire thing and so oh wait, why is this an issue? I have to do all of this? Oh, because it's okay. So you zip this guy. And then you sort this guy. This makes more sense. So now this guy would be reaching in 6 hours. Sorry, 3 hours. This guy would be reaching in 3 hours. This guy would be reaching in 4.5 hours. This guy would be reaching in 10 hours. And then you can group them. So if there is something slower here, who's trying to reach in 2 hours, would simply clamp to this. Yeah, I think that's the answer. So you can have part fleet. Okay. So now we gotta zip things, which is not primarily a great thing here. Pair in position in speed. So, hmm. Yeah. Hey Shafai, hello, hello, hello. How are you doing? How are you doing? I have to cast this. Not cast it, I have to explicitly mention what is that. Yeah. How you doing, man? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. How is your Monday going? Okay. So now we can simply say that हाँ हाँ तुम शुरू करो मैं आता हूँ. Okay, so next thing what we want is a queue. Queue, not that. But here is one thing. I do want to retain the. Yeah, I do want to retain this thing because I still want to. Because you can have 4.5. It's as simple as that. That kind of causes an issue. So it's 1,000 and 100. Uh-huh. It's difficult to say, honestly. Hmm. Do we do the count?
Losing my conscience, traveling for days without my knowledge of provenance. Throughout my life, you taught me to renegade. Through all my lows, you said we could start
I do have doubts on this. Holy shit. Oh, fuck.
Been on the streets a few months. I'm trying to pick myself up. I may be living alone, but I still believe in love. And although my flaws had dragged me down on the coldest night, I'm still kicking around. Then I saw you back before my time was shortened. No, throughout my life you've taught me.
Okay, I'm gonna have dinner. So I'm gonna stop the stream. I'm gonna solve this offline after I'm done with dinner. So yeah, thank you so much everybody for who tuned in. Had a good session with HTTP, learning how HTTP works. I also had quite a good practice of DSA, I would say. But I'm gonna continue, and if anybody is interested, I can leave the thing in here. So it's already 11:30, so I gotta go have dinner now. But thank you so much everybody who tuned in. And yeah, hope to see you I'll see you soon again. I'm already fumbling because I'm really hungry right now. Yeah, thank you everyone. Thank you and have a good night. Bye bye.